Hey everyone, today I'm going to provide you with peace of mind when you need to sell your current home to buy your new home in today's hot market of 2023. Stay tuned until the end of the video if you want to hear the most important tip when it comes to buying and selling simultaneously. My name is Ashley Ridenour. I'm a local Metro Detroit and Southeastern Michigan real estate agent, and I help people every single day buy homes and sell homes here in Michigan. So if you're looking to buy or sell a home here, reach out and contact me. I'll leave all of my contact information in the description of this video. It is very common for my clients to sell their home and use those profits to buy their new home. I have helped many clients achieve this before. There are many ways you can go about doing this, but in today's video, I'm just going to share 4 strategies I most commonly use, so that way you can get an idea of how the process works. All right, let's go over strategy number 1 first. This is the most common out of all 4 strategies. So we will go house hunting first and get your home under contract, and then we sell your current home within the first 24 hours. So in this market, right now it's a seller's market here in Metro Detroit. So homes are selling within days. They're not staying on the market for weeks like in a normal market. So what we want to do is get the hard part out of the way first, and that is finding your new home. So within 24 hours after going under contract on your new home, we will list your property for sale. Some tips when you're using this strategy. I would say you have to be patient. This is a fast-moving market, and it's also a big contingency. It's a big ask to put in an offer with a home contingency. So not every seller is going to be open to the idea of accepting an offer when you also need to sell your current home. So just be patient during this process because it's not impossible. I do it all the time. Another tip when you're using this strategy is to look for homes that have either been on the market for a few weeks or they're vacant. And I say this because then you can get keys at closing, and it's easier to negotiate a home contingency with these types of properties. Sellers are usually more understanding of a home contingency because there's not typically a rush on their end to sell because nobody's living in the home. The last tip for this strategy is to have everything ready to go for your listing before you start house hunting. What I mean, you want the listing agreement signed, you want to know what price point you're going to list your home at, you want the listing photos done, and you also want to take care of any miscellaneous items that are required by the city. This will ensure that the listing agent and seller have confidence that we can make it to the closing table because your home will be on the market and ready to go live within 24 hours after an accepted offer. All right, strategy number 2 when you need to buy and sell a home at the same time, and that is to bunk with a friend or a family member. Now, I know this is not the most ideal situation. However, if you have a support system that will allow you to do this, this is a great option because it actually removes the contingency of you needing to sell your home. So you can sell your home first and get the profits from that home and then live with a friend or family member and use that money to then go house hunting. So then when you're putting in offers, that contingency no longer exists. Tips for when you're using this strategy. Number 1, you absolutely want to be patient because it is a seller's market. Don't get discouraged. It's okay if you're looking at multiple homes and you're writing offers and not everyone gets accepted. That's okay. We just need to be patient. Tip number 2, when using this strategy, you want to be absolutely confident that this is what you want to do because there's no changing your mind once your house is sold. We don't want to leave you homeless, so make sure that you're ready for the commitment to sell your home before you decide to arrange other living arrangements and things like that. And the final tip for using this strategy is to rely on your agent and seek resources from your agent as well. This includes things like moving companies, storage units, landscapers, painters. You want this process to be smooth as possible. Even though you might be moving in with somebody else, you want to make sure that you're getting top dollar for your home, especially now that there's nothing in it. So it's okay if you need to create some arrangements. Just use your agent to get those resources and contact information. Strategy number 3 is to put your home on the market first and then go house hunting. Now, this is absolutely a possibility, and you can always put in the listing description or advertise it that the sale of the home is contingent on you finding a new home. The only problem with this is you are possibly limiting potential showings and offers because buyers may get turned off that you don't have a new place to live yet, and they may be hesitant just to get attached to that home if they really like it. I would say this is the most common strategy pre-COVID, before the market was very fast moving, because it took some time to sell a house. It took a few weeks, so that way you could put your house on the market, you could go house hunting, you could say it was contingent and it was already for sale, you had a lot of activity. But in today's 2023 market, things are so fast moving, we almost have to reverse the process because it's way easier to sell than it is to find a new home. Tips when you're using this strategy: one, you just want to keep an open line of communication with the buyers. They are probably going to be a little bit hesitant knowing that it's contingent on you finding a new home, so they may feel a little uneasy because that home could possibly just be taken off of the market, so keep that line of communication open. Another tip when you're using this strategy is to have the buyers put occupancy in their offer. At least 30 days, sometimes you could do 45 days, and you can go up to 60 days occupancy. This way you have some time after you close. The final tip I have for this strategy is to be diligent. Now that your house is already listed on the market, it's game time, so we do have to act more quickly. So we need to have open availability to look at houses as they come on the market. And the last strategy I have for buying and selling a home at the same time is to get with your loan officer to see if it's a possibility that you could hold 2 mortgages at one time. If you're in a financial situation where you can bear the weight of 2 mortgages and it's not going to put you in a financial burden, this is your best solution because there's really not that much pressure. You can start looking at homes. You don't have to put your house on the market. You're not in a rush to move. You don't have these time windows where you're moving in and out of 2 different properties and you have to meet deadlines and things. You can kind of relax and take your time. Tips when you're using this strategy of holding both mortgages or holding 2 mortgages is to make sure that you're comfortable. So even though your loan officer can qualify you for 2 mortgages, are you comfortable with holding 2 mortgages and 2 utilities on 2 different homes for a given period of time? And my last tip for this strategy is to determine where in the point of the transaction you want to put your home on the market. Is it after the inspection, after the appraisal, after you move out? Is it a month or 2 after you move out so you can take your time moving your belongings from one house to the other? You just want to have a clear game plan so you can get with your agent to make sure that you're also in a position to get top dollar for your house when you sell. All right, I know that was a lot of information, but those are the 4 most common strategies I use on a daily basis when I'm helping my clients buy a home and sell a home at the same time. So I hope you found value in that content. That was a lot of information, but it's very useful, and that's how we do things in the real estate industry. And now for the bonus tip. The most important thing you can do is align yourself with a professional and a great agent who has prior experience to doing these types of transactions before. You want to use an experienced agent who has a history of helping people buy and sell a home at the same time, because it's a very fast moving process and it's a very complex process. There's a lot of moving pieces when it comes to selling a house and buying a house, let alone at the same time. So align yourself with a professional and you're going to be just fine. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you found value in what I was talking about today. I make new content every week and I put out new videos every week, so if you find any value, please like and subscribe. And if you want me to cover a specific topic or you have a question that's real estate related, leave it in the comments and I will make sure to cover it in a future video.